Hello everyone, ready for another Wings of Analysis video? Today's topic is Queen Coral. I've seen many people hating on her and I want to give my own opinions on what I think. Let's talk about how she rules her kingdom first. Queen Coral, in my eyes, is not the best ruler. This may be because the queens we see and hear about in the first arc are okay with killing and are quite egotistical. We don't see much about how she rules and what she does usually on a day-to-day basis, other than having a council. The council idea is probably one of my favorite things about Coral. She rules with the help of and ideas of others. They give her information on how the kingdom's going and help with issuing orders and announcements and coming up with ideas for new stuff. Other queenly stuff as well. Now, when you compare her to a queen like Scarlet, who has done many terrible things in the Wings of Fire history, it makes Queen Coral seem like the perfect ruler. I first read the books when I was maybe 10 or 11, and back then I had thought, gee, Coral is a pretty cool queen. And looking back, she's not. Granted, she runs her kingdom smoothly and no one questions her orders. However, she has a very egotistical vibe to her. She feels like the most important dragon in her tribe, which she actually is, being the queen and all, but a ruler should also have some modesty and be humble. And let's face it, she's not very modest. Now, the huge issue with Coral is her need to kill a dragon who has failed their job or failed her in general. We have a literal scene where she kills a guard for failing to protect her eggs. Thinking strategically here, that guard would have still been used to her, so why did she kill her? On top of that, why can't the guards eat in the infirmary? There should be multiple guards in there to guard those eggs as well. Don't you think that after all the murders of her unborn daughters, Queen Coral would put more guards on watch and make them stay until a new shift arrives? They should never waste those precious few moments when someone or anything could get in and assassinate the eggs. Back on the topic of killing a dragon though, it's still not right. I get she has trauma, but it's just not just to kill someone who could still serve you. The topic of family has arrived, aka my favorite topic to talk about when it comes to Coral. Queen Coral has some serious trauma, and I mean serious. She had to kill her firstborn daughter, dozens of her unborn daughters died, she had a daughter stolen, and on top of that had her husband taken by the Skywings. If I was her, I would definitely be watching my children as closely as she did, if that ever happened. She's just a scared mother trying to protect her daughter more like, because she only has one. Well, now 3, but you know. And the leash was a safety precaution, which actually has never been needed because the only assassin was the statue in the infirmary. There are plenty of other solutions to protecting her daughter, like having guards with her 24/7, and other things which I can't think of right now because, yep. As a kid, I actually did have this backpack that had a leash on it, and for like places where I went with my parents and stuff. And it's actually a pretty genius device for children, and I see where Coral was going with the whole leash thing. But it left Anemone having to deal with her insufferable mother all the time, day and night. I think this is what caused Anemone to be the stuck-up child that she is in Arc 2, because she was the center of attention and always being paid attention to by Coral. But, you know, that's a whole different topic for another day. Now, if you thought I forgot about her sons, no, of course I didn't. During the war, she was busy with her normal queenly duties and strategies and other war stuff, trying to plan a mission to collect Gil as well, and while also worrying about her eggs. She never had time to pay attention to her sons. She barely thought about them and didn't care about them since they were never important in her eyes, which of course is not right because they are her children. I think now that the war's over, she may possibly try to get to know her sons, but I have no idea because seeing in the second arc, she didn't seem very into that. And of course, she never literally neglected her sons, like everyone says. She made sure that they had tutors and servants to take care of them and make sure they were fed and made sure they learned stuff. And while she never had time to check on her sons, there were plenty of dragons who did. And we also do know that she talks to Turtle now, and oh my goodness, that scene with Turtle and Coral is one of my all-time favorites. It's too sweet, and I can't get over how happy that must have made Turtle feel. As a mother, I think she's definitely really overprotective, but I can understand her, and I think she'll hopefully be a better mother in the future. I think people would want me to mention the fact that she put her own daughter in a prison cell. And also Queen Blister was a huge manipulator, and poor Coral actually listened to her. Obviously, she would have never held Tsunami in the cell for long and eventually taken her out, but clearly we can see how gullible Queen Coral is and how easily you can manipulate her, which is not a good trait to have as a queen. Sorry for the voice crack, guys. I can't speak anymore. So, all in all, I believe Coral will become a better mother, ruler, and a dragon in the future. At least I hope. She was never a completely good angel of a character, but was never a huge villain. I hope you guys enjoyed this character analysis, and I'd love to see your thoughts on her. She may not be my favorite character, but I don't hate her. Well, that's all for today. Please make sure to check the description before asking questions, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.
The summer's calling. The summer's calling. If the kingdom is overthrown, meet me at the cornerstone. I know that I can't be without you.